the National Rally and its predecessor organization since its foundation in 1972. It also supports French economic interventionism, protectionism, as well as a zero-tolerance approach towards law and order. The party was founded on 5 October 1972 to unify a variety of French nationalist movements of the time. Its political views are nationalist and anti-globalist. Jean-Marie Le Pen founded the party and was its leader until his resignation in 2011, while the party struggled as a marginal force for its first 10 years. Since 1984 it has been a major force of French nationalism. It has put forward a presidential candidate at every presidential election but one since 1974. In 2002, Jean-Marie came second in the first round, but finished a distant second in the runoff to Jacques Chirac. His daughter Marine Le Pen was elected to succeed him as party leader in 2012. In April 2017, she temporarily stepped down in order to concentrate on her presidential candidacy. While her father was nicknamed the "Devil of the Republic" by mainstream media and sparked outrage for hate speech, including Holocaust denial and Islamophobia, Marine Le Pen pursued a policy of the demonization of the party by softening its image. She endeavored to extract it from its far-right cultural roots, and to normalize it by giving it a culture of government, and censuring controversial members like her father, who was suspended, and then expelled from the party in 2015. Following her election as the leader of the party in 2011, the popularity of the FN grew. By 2015, the FN had established itself as a major political party in France. At the party congress on the 11th of March 2018, Marine Le Pen proposed renaming the party to Rassemblement National, and on the 1st of June 2018, the renaming of the party was confirmed, following an 80.81% approval ballot of party members. Formerly strongly Eurosceptic, the new National Rally changed policies in 2019, deciding to campaign for a reform of the EU rather than leaving it and to keep the euro as the main currency of France. In 2021, Le Pen announced that she wanted to remain in the Schengen area, citing an attachment to the European spirit, but to reserve free movement to nationals of an EEA country, excluding residents and visitors of another Schengen country. The party's ideological roots can be traced to both Poujadism, a populist, small business tax protest movement founded in 1953 by Pierre Poujade, and right-wing dismay over the decision by French President Charles de Gaulle to abandon his promise of holding on to the colony of French Algeria after the defeat of France in the Algerian War. Espousing France's Catholic and monarchist traditions, one of the primary progenitors of the party was the Action Française, founded at the end of the 19th century, and its descendants in the Restauration Nationale, a pro-monarchy group that supports the claim of the Count of Paris to the French throne. While the ON had competed in some local elections since 1970, at its second Congress in June 1972 it decided to establish a new political party to contest the 1973 legislative elections. The party was launched on 5 October 1972 under the name National Front for French Unity, which at the time appeared to establish a broad coalition for the Italian right. The FN adopted a French version of the Hémicycle tricolor flame as its logo. It wanted to unite the various French far-right currents, and brought together nationals of Le Pen's group and Roger Hollander's Party of French Unity, nationalists from Pierre Bousquet's militant movement of François Brinos and Alain Roberts' Ordre Nouveau, the anti-Gaullist Georges Bidoult's Justice and Liberty movement, as well as former Poujadists, Algerian war veterans, and some monarchists, among others. Le Pen was chosen to be the first president of the party, as he was untainted with the militant public image of the ON and was a relatively moderate figure on the far right. The National Front fared poorly in the 1973 legislative elections, receiving 0.5% of the national vote. In 1973 the party created a youth movement, the Front National de la Jeunesse. The rhetoric used in the campaign stressed old far-right themes and was largely uninspiring to the electorate at the time. Otherwise, Its official program at this point was relatively moderate, differing little from the mainstream right. Le Pen sought the total fusion of the currents in the party and warned against crude activism. The FNJ were banned from the party later that year. The move towards the mainstream cost it many leading members and much of its militant base. In the 1974 presidential election, Le Pen failed to find a mobilizing theme for his campaign. Many of its major issues, such as anti-communism, were shared by most of the mainstream right. Other FN issues included calls for increased French birth rates, immigration reduction, establishment of a professional army, abrogation of the Evian Accords, and generally th.